So you're interested in purchasing the all-new 2024 Chevy Traverse, but want to know the exact differences in terms of features, options, and packaging between two trim levels. Well, in this video, we're going to cover the exact differences between the LT and the new off-road oriented Z71, see what you get for the difference in price point and some of the key differences in packaging between these two models, because there is going to be a key difference, especially in terms of off-road capability. And of course, we will cover the exact pricing information for both the standard equipment as well as some of the optional packages at the end of this video. So as usual, I want to put this disclaimer out there in that I created this list of differences using the GM Fleet Order Guide to the best of my ability. So if you find anything that seems incorrect or just need clarification on any feature, options, differences, leave a comment down below and I will do my best to answer them. And of course, I highly encourage anybody to use the Chevy Build and Price tool once it goes live on Chevy's website, which hopefully will be very shortly. That will hopefully be linked down in the description below once it goes live. It is a great way to compare two trim levels in terms of pricing and everything like that. So first up, I want to cover some of the standard equipment that is going to be available on every single new 2024 Traverse, from the base LS all the way up to that of the top RS model and everything in between. So this is going to include things like the Chevy Safety Assist plus the Driver Confidence Package, which includes the IntelliBeam High Beam Assist, Safety Alert Seat, Enhanced Automatic Emergency Braking, Intersection Emergency Braking, Reverse Automatic Braking, Adaptive Cruise Control, Enhanced Lane Keeping Assist, HD Surround View Camera System, Rear Pedestrian Alert / Side Bicyclist Alert, Traffic Sign Recognition, as well as the 17.7-inch infotainment system with Google integration paired to that 11-inch fully digital cluster, again, standard across every single trim. Now, in addition to this, there's going to be more standard equipment such as the Convenience Package, which includes remote start, heated front seats, heated steering wheel, as well as a wrapped steering wheel. Very awesome to see, especially on those less expensive models. And continuing on even further, we have wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, Sirius XM, OnStar capability with connected services, Wi-Fi hotspot, hands-free power liftgate, LED projector headlights, deep tinted rear glass, active noise cancellation, and tri-zone automatic climate control. So next up, I want to cover the Z71 standard equipment that you're gaining opting for that trim over that of the LT standard equipment. So you're going to get the chrome door sill plates, high gloss black grille and molding, 265, 65, 18-inch AT all-terrain tires, again, part of the off-road capability, which we will cover in a little bit more detail. You're going to get the standard trailering package, which is going to be optional on the LT. The advanced twin clutch all-wheel drive system that is not going to be available on the LT or any other trim, as well as hill descent control. So those are all going to be standard on the Z71, either optional or not available on the LT. So next up, we have some of the optional equipment on both the Z71 as well as the LT. This is going to be the Enhanced Driver Package, which includes Super Cruise, Enhanced Automatic Parking Assist, as well as the Driver Attention Assist. So that is going to be optional on both of these two models for an additional charge. And one thing to note is that if you do opt for that Z71, you will get the 10-speaker Bose premium audio system plus the rear digital camera mirror, versus that on the LT. With this package, you only get the Bose premium audio system, so you skip that digital rear camera mirror. So only difference there, I guess, if you do option that package on either of these two trims, is the Z71 adds the rear digital camera mirror versus that of the LT does not. In addition to this, the panoramic power sunroof is going to be optional on each the LT and Z71, where it is going to be standard on the RS, which is the highest, most fully loaded. But if you do want that on the LT or the Z71, it will be optional, likely around $1,500. Now, touching on the Z71 standard equipment that is going to set it apart from any other trim level in the lineup and make it much more off-road capable, this is going to include things like more than 1-inch increased ground clearance coupled with increased track width for added stability, handling, and capability. All-terrain tires with unique 18-inch alloy wheels designed exclusively for Z71, unique front fascia designed for improved approach, aluminum skid plate, as well as Z71 signature recovery hooks, twin clutch all-wheel drive system to design for traction and off-road capability, unique dampers with hydraulic rebound control, again for off-road capability, specific terrain mode within the driver selectable drive modes, hill descent control, as well as that standard trailing package, which I covered a little bit earlier in this video. So those are some of the key items that differentiate the Z71 apart from any other Traverse for the off-road capability. Next up, we have some of the exterior colors available. Now, there's going to be 8 exterior colors available on the Traverse. Those are going to include the iridescent pearl tri-coat, summit white, mosaic black metallic, radiant red tint coat, sterling gray metallic, stardust metallic, Harvest Bronze Metallic, as well as Lakeshore Blue Metallic. Now, as we know, the LS is only available in 4 of those exterior colors, but the LT, Z71, as well as the RS, I do believe comes in any of those exterior colors, some of which are going to be additional charges, such as the iridescent pearl, but nice to see that both the LT and the Z71 will appear to include the full color palette. Now, when it comes to the interior colors available, the Z71 is going to come standard with a black and red two-tone interior option, where the LT is either going to come with a premium cloth or Evotex leatherette, which is GM synthetic leather material. So small difference there on the inside. There's going to be much more red accents and some color cues on the Z71 as well as the RS versus the LT, which will kind of be more, standard silver accents and, much more black on the seating surfaces and stuff like that. Now to cover the information that you guys have probably been waiting for, and that is the pricing difference between each of these two. Now the LT is going to come in both front wheel drive and all wheel drive, where the Z71 only comes in all wheel drive. So starting with the LT front wheel drive, this is going to start at $41,395, including destination. And if you do want all wheel drive, that is going to be an additional $2,000, which brings it to $43,395, again, including destination, not including some of those optional packages, which we will touch on here in a second. And the Z71 all-wheel drive starts at $47,795, again, including destination. And moving on to those optional equipment groups, we have the Midnight and Sport Edition Appearance Package, which is on the LS or the LT for $1,785. Again, not available on the Z71. Then we have the different enhanced driving packages depending on if you get a Z71 or an LT. Now, when it comes to LT, this is going to come in at $3,280, and the Z71 is going to come at $3,755. So there's about, a $500 difference or so between the two packages. And really the main key differences is going to be the rear digital camera mirror. So interesting to see that, but of course, that's the way GM packages the vehicles. And basically that is going to round out the difference. So in terms of price point, if you fully load both the enhanced driving packages on each of these two models, you're going to be just over $50,000 for a Z71, plus a few other, extra cost colors or something like that. And a fully loaded LT with all the available option packages, I think will come in, maybe just under $50,000 if you do option all-wheel drive and stuff like that. So, there could be a several $1,000s price difference between each of these two, but I would expect that because, some of the extra cost that goes into making, the Z71 all-wheel drive system specific to that for more off-road capability. But I guess there is one other small difference, is the LT in specific is going to be available in both 7 and 8 passenger configurations, where I do believe the Z71 as well as the RS is only going to come in 7 passengers. So if you're looking for 8 passenger seating, I would certainly opt for the LT because that is going to be a more, fully loaded model, or the most fully loaded model you can get with 8 seats, versus that of the standard LS, which only comes with 8 seat configurations. But that's pretty much going to do it for the main key differences in terms of features, options, and packaging between the Traverse LT and the Z71 off-road version. If you guys enjoyed this video and or found something helpful, make sure to hit that like button below. It greatly helps out the channel in these videos. Subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to check out other trim comparison videos I have here, including here on the all-new 2024 Traverse. If you're curious about the LS versus the LT or the Z71 versus the fully loaded RS, big differences there. Make sure to check out those dedicated videos I have here on the channel, because I think they are quite useful, especially given these vehicles aren't too far off in the distant future. Hopefully, by March, maybe April at the latest, we will start seeing these on dealership lots. And hopefully this just helps you, give you a head start on your search if you're going to be interested in this vehicle. Let me know if this helped you down in the comment section below, and what your overall thoughts are on this new next generation 2024 Traverse. I think it'll be a great vehicle for Chevy and GM in general, as the Traverse is a quite popular model. However, it has been a little bit long in the tooth compared to some of the other competition who have revised or all new generations very recently within the last year or so. So I think this will certainly make the Traverse much more capable than it has been over the last year or two, but there are some still key differences between some of the competition and the Traverse. Things like the ventilated second row seats are currently not available. I could foresee that coming in a future High Country, which is even more luxurious than the RS. But there are certainly other differences. But I think the Z71 in specific, with its off-road capability, is going to be, very class leading in the segment, or at least very, very competitive with some of the other competitors that do have trim levels similar to that. But hopefully I will get to see these vehicles in person, at least in one trim level, at the 2024 Chicago Auto Show, as I will be in attendance just like last year. it was a very productive, very nice opportunity, and I can't wait to see these vehicles, you know, including the Traverse and maybe even the all-new GMC Acadia in person at the Chicago Auto Show. But again, I appreciate the continued support here on the channel. If you guys want to support us a little bit further, consider becoming a channel membership for just a few dollars a month, or use the Amazon affiliate link down in the description below. But as always, I hope to see you guys in the next one.